Hey, welcome to the Explainer. So today, we're diving into a tool that didn't just change the game in digital design, it pretty much created a whole new one. You've definitely heard the name, Figma.
That's a pretty bold claim, right? Revolutionized. You hear that word a lot, but what does it actually mean in this case? How did one single tool cause such a massive shift? Well, that's what we're going to dig into.
To really get why Figma is such a big deal, we've got to hop in the time machine for a sec. Before we even touch a single button in the app, let's understand the world it was born into and the huge problem it was designed to fix. Okay, picture the old way, right? A designer slaves away on a file, saves it as, you know the one, website underscore mockup underscore version 7 underscore final, I swear this time .psd, and then emails it out. Every single piece of feedback, every little tweak meant a brand new file, a new attachment. It was a total mess. Design was just stuck, locked away on a bunch of different computers. Then Figma comes along, and its big idea was actually super simple, but wow, was it profound. It took design from being a file you send around to being a place you go to. It's just a single living link up in the cloud. You know how Google Docs completely killed the question, hey, is this the latest version? Well, Figma did that for design. Total game changer. So if you boil it all down, what is it? It's a design and prototyping tool that lives right inside your web browser. That's it. And that one decision, to be browser first, that's the key that unlocks absolutely everything else. It lets entire teams build stuff together at the exact same time. And these 4 things here, they aren't just a list of features. You gotta see them as a complete system. Because it's in the cloud, you get that real-time collaboration. Because it works on any computer, Mac, Windows, you name it, your whole team can jump in. And because it's an all-in-one tool, that whole process, from a scribbled idea to a finished product, it just flows. No more jumping between 5 different apps.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds powerful, but maybe kind of complicated? Nope, not at all. In fact, let me prove it. We're going to go from a totally blank screen to your very first design in like 30 seconds. Ready?
Seriously, it's this easy. 1, you start a new file. 2, you hit F to drop in a frame. That's just your canvas. Think of it like an iPhone screen. And 3, you use a tool. Hit R for a rectangle, maybe that's a button. Hit T for some text, that's your headline. And that's it. You're in. You are officially designing in Figma. And the whole interface, it's laid out so it just makes sense. At the top, you've got your tools. In the middle, that's your canvas, your workspace. On the left, you see a list of everything you've made, all your layers. And on the right, that's where you tweak all the details, like changing colors or fonts. It's a really natural workflow. All right, basics are covered. Now, let's get to the good stuff. The features that feel less like tools and more like, well, like actual superpowers. These are the things that just fundamentally change a designer's life for the better. First up, auto layout. This thing is magic. Imagine you're making a button. With auto layout, if you change the text from just buy to something longer, like add to shopping cart, the button itself automatically resizes perfectly around the new text. This saves an unbelievable amount of time when you're making designs that need to work on different screen sizes. Next up, components. The best way to think about these? They're like reusable Lego bricks for your designs. So you build one perfect main button component. Then you use it in, say, 100 different places across your project. If you ever need to change the color, you just change the main one and boom, all 100 of them update instantly. It's absolutely insane for keeping everything consistent. And of course, we gotta talk about the collaboration again. This is where those old, clunky workflows just get completely obliterated. You send one simple link and suddenly you can literally see your teammate's cursor moving around on your screen. They can drop comments right on the design itself. That entire painful feedback loop of exporting files, attaching them to emails, writing out long explanations, it's just gone. Poof. Okay, so once you get the hang of those core powers, Figma opens up an even deeper toolkit. This is where you go from just using the tool to building some seriously professional, super efficient systems with it. Now, we're not going to do a deep dive here, but just get your head around this for a second. You can use variables to flip an entire app design from light mode to dark mode with a single click. You can build advanced prototypes that are so interactive, they feel like a real finished product. And dev mode literally hands developers ready-to-use code snippets. I mean, that's the kind of power that's waiting for you. So with all this stuff packed in, it's really no wonder Figma has just taken over the design industry. But let's look at a quick side-by-side to see exactly why it's winning so hard. Yeah, this chart pretty much says it all, doesn't it? While other tools locked you into a Mac, Figma said, nope, we're for everyone. While others kind of tacked on collaboration features later, Figma was built for it from day one. But honestly, the biggest move might have been that super generous free tier. It just tore down the biggest barrier to entry and let literally anyone, anywhere start learning.
And what happens when you make something that accessible? You get a massive, thriving community. We're talking more than 4 million users. This isn't just some niche tool for a handful of designers anymore. It's a full-blown industry platform. And people are using that platform for so much more than just building apps. You've got folks designing social media graphics, mapping out complex user journeys, even running huge brainstorming workshops in its sister tool, FigJam. It's really become the central hub for all kinds of creative work. All of this really circles back to a single, really powerful mission. By getting rid of the barriers, the cost, the operating system, the siloed files, Figma is fundamentally trying to democratize design, to make it so everyone can have a seat at the table. So if there's one big thing to take away from all this, it's that Figma isn't just a piece of software. It's more like an environment that connects that first little spark of an idea all the way to a fully interactive product. And it does it all by bringing people together. Figma has put these incredibly powerful design tools into the hands of, well, everyone. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create with it?